Hi everybody, welcome to this video where I will show you my two favorite setups for the Red camera. Let's start with the smallest possible configuration for me, and that is just the camera with the screen, the side handle, one battery and still glass. Can be a zoom, of course. That's it. Let's go a little bit more into detail. I use two main Canon zoom lenses, still lenses. The first one is this one, it's the 24-105, which has a stabilizer built in. The other one is a 24-70. It has one stop more light than this one, but it doesn't have a stabilizer. So it depends on what type of job I have to do. Then you just have the small touchscreen and the side handle. First of all, side handle is just good because you can hold the camera, but it has a lot more functionality to it. There are a lot of different brands who also offer some kind of side handle for the Red, also with a record button and stuff like that. But the reason I chose the Red side handle is because you can navigate the menu only using buttons. There's no need to touch the screen. And that is very useful when you have, for example, a sun hood on your screen. It's almost impossible to reach all the way in and to push all the buttons. Another reason why I chose this side handle is because you have assignable buttons and there is a scroll wheel to open or close the aperture of your lens. The last thing we need to talk about in this setup is the extension unit. I chose the extension unit for V-mount batteries because I also use them for my LED lights and monitors. That's why I didn't pick the Red Vault module. Another thing about the extension unit is quite obvious. It has a lot of connections. You have SDI, HDMI, sound in and output, which of course you need if you want to make films. Now, let's go over to the big bad boy. So to build my favorite setup, we need some extras. We need this, kabam, kabam, this, and this. So this is my favorite setup of the Red camera. Let's start at the front of the camera. This is the Fujinon 1990 by Bazooka. You can also use the lenses I had before, like the Canon still lenses. But I put this on there so I can show you that weight is not an issue. Underneath the Bazooka you have the rods. In this case I only use a lens support. I don't need a follow focus for this lens, normally I would. And also the matte box, I didn't put it on the rods because it's a lot easier when you have a clip-on like this to balance out the camera. But I will show you that in a second. Then you have this shoulder plate from Vocus. They make high-end quality products. It feels very comfortable on my shoulder, even though this whole package weighs over 10 kilograms. I kid you not. The Vocus plate is also made to connect on a tripod. That's it. The last important thing about this Vocus plate is that you can balance out the camera on your shoulder. So if I put it on my shoulder, all the weight is on my front arm. You don't want that. So unhook it, shift it back, tighten it. And now all the weight is on my shoulder and not anymore on my front arm. Then let's talk about the Tilta, all the Tilta stuff on there. I bought the C1 rig. I haven't used everything since I have the focus plate underneath, but the main reason I bought it is the top handle. It has two hot shoes. One you can use, for example, to add a camera light, the other one for the sound receiver, and you still have enough room to hold the camera firmly, which is super important. Another advantage of the Tilta system is that everything is mounted directly to the body, and in this case I mean the monitor. In this picture, for example, where you see that they use the magic arm, it might be possible that the monitor leans maybe a little bit more to one side or the other, and in that case you will probably make askew images. I don't know if you say it like that, I had to Google it. I just mean crooked images, I don't know. Anyway, here everything is aligned and stays perfectly horizontal. There is a downside to all this Tilta stuff, and that is that this top plate is actually a little bit too long, and that's why they added an extra module. Otherwise, it's impossible to put the battery on there. And it's stupid because it adds just weight. Now let's talk about something where I may have a different system than other camera operators, and that's this grip. Most camera operators have two big grips if they move around. I have it like this because it reminds me of the Sony XD Cam. Sony XD Cam is, in my opinion, from an ergonomic point of view, one of the best cameras in the world. Then the next thing I want to show you is a small A-box. An A-box is just actually a connection that converts the jack into two XLRs. The downside is it doesn't have phantom power, so you can only use dynamic microphones, sound receivers, or self-powered microphones. The upside is the sound guy loves it. So another thing I wanted to show you guys is the PL mount. This is the wooden camera PL mount, which costs about a fourth of the price of the red mount. And that is because it doesn't have built-in electronics like this one. It's just plain aluminium with 4 screws, and that's about it. The red mount has a lot of connections and everything that passes information through the camera. But I only work with complete manual lenses and stuff like that. I don't need to see my focusing distance or zoom distance written on the screen. So that's it. So let's put it on the shoulder and see how it feels. Ooh, perfect. But there is an even better option. This is the Easy Rig, my friends. One of the best inventions ever. Why? It shifts all the weight from the camera to your shoulders and hips. So even with this super heavy camera, you can still shoot handheld style, like this. I love this because it's a little bit lower, it gives you very nice angles. But if you do want to shoot like normal style on your shoulder, it's just 1 second and you can shift it all. So this is my all-time favorite setup. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.